Guys, Taylor here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here, thanks for coming back. So as you can already tell by the title, in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 foundations. I did this video a while back, but since then honestly I've tried tons of new foundations. I recently did a foundation review, and in the comment section of that video one of my subscribers asked for me to do an updated version to that video. So technically today I'm giving you guys part 2. So if you are interested in seeing my top 10 foundations, then please keep on watching. Before we start the video, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Please turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time your girl uploads a video, and follow me on Instagram. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Alright you guys, so I'm going to start with one of my favorite foundations. When I say favorite, I mean if I could only choose 2 foundations from my collection, this would definitely be in the top 2, and this is the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. When I tell you, this is an amazing hydrating foundation. It is literally your skin in a bottle. The name speaks for itself. It is just a really nice medium coverage kind of foundation. It just makes your skin look so flawless and dewy and glowy, and it photographs really well. The shade range is really nice. The price point you honestly cannot beat. It is just a beautiful foundation. It gives you just enough coverage, as I said before, and when I tell you, this foundation looks so beautiful on the skin, and as much as it is a hydrating foundation, it actually wears really well. This is just my go-to foundation. This is honestly, as I said, my top 2. This is just a beautiful foundation. If you're looking for a good hydrating foundation, I definitely recommend this one from Sephora. You guys know I love the Nars Radiant Longwear foundation, but my biggest problem with that foundation is that you either have to mix it because you cannot find like the perfect match, and this foundation is literally the perfect match. I have this in the shade 50N. If we are foundation twins, look no further. Let me swatch it really quick just to show you guys what it looks like. So this one has a more neutral undertone to it. It is a beautiful foundation. If you're looking for a good foundation, definitely try this one out from Sephora. The next foundation that I have is another one that is a very hydrating, very skin-like, very dewy foundation. This one is coming from LYS. This is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation. This is a more light medium kind of foundation. The Sephora one is more like medium buildable, but this one is more on the light medium side. It is a beautiful foundation. This is literally glow in a bottle. If you love a good hydrating glowy foundation, you are going to love this foundation. When I tell you, it wears really nicely. It works well with literally everything that I've tried it with. This I wear both winter and summer. It's just a beautiful everyday kind of foundation. I reach for this for like everyday wear. The shade range is there, but I personally use the shade DG7. This I use both summer and winter, and it works perfectly for me. I've seen people that I usually wear the same foundation shade as them use a different shade, so you just have to do a little bit of digging when it comes on to this foundation to find your perfect shade. But if we are foundation twins, try the shade DG7. It is absolutely perfect. Once again, I do have a code with LYS if you want to save 20% off this foundation. I'll have it on the screen as well as in the description of this video. But y'all, this foundation is amazing if you love a good hydrating base. So let me quickly swatch this one for you guys. So this is what this one looks like. Even though the shade says golden, I feel like this has more of a neutral undertone to it, and I love the undertone of this foundation. Like applied on the skin, it literally looks like perfection. The next foundation that I have is probably one of my favorite foundations so far this year. This is the new Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. When I tell you, this foundation is literally a filter in a bottle, that is exactly what it is. The name HD Skin speaks for itself. It is a beautiful, flawless foundation. When you apply this foundation, it looks like you have a filter on your skin. It is just a beautiful foundation. It is very like medium to buildable. Like you can build it up to full coverage, but it's just one of those. It's not matte, it's not dewy. It's more of a very natural finish foundation. But when I tell you, wears really nicely, this is it. If you are going to take pictures, if you're going to get photographed in any way, this is the foundation that I'd suggest you reach for. It is just a perfect foundation, and it is very lightweight on the skin. It wears beautifully, as I said before. If you're looking for a good foundation, this is this one. Let me swatch it really quick for you guys. This is what this shade looks like. This is in the shade 4N68, and this one is another perfect match. I feel like this shade is perfect for me. This is going to be like my go-to foundation during the summer. It's just a beautiful foundation. If you've tried this foundation, I've been really enjoying this foundation. I don't get how they get it to be medium to full coverage, but at the same time feels so lightweight on the skin. That is what I really love about the foundation, and it looks like a filter. So 10 out of 10, I definitely recommend this one from Makeup Forever. The next foundation that I'm going to mention is one that I feel like everyone needs in their collection. Like at some point you need to pick this foundation up. It has been around for a while, but honestly it's just that girl, and this is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. This is one that you won't understand how amazing this foundation is until you try it. Like for the longest I didn't pick this foundation up because it is pricey, and I was like, it's just too much for a foundation. But when I picked it up and I tried it, I was like, okay, now I understand. This is the foundation that I am wearing today. By the way, this is a full face of Pat McGrath. This should be up on my channel, so I leave that video up above so you guys can check it out. But this foundation is literally beautiful. It's not a matte foundation. Some would say matte, but for me personally, I'd say it's more of like a soft matte. It's a light to medium coverage. Like it covers what it needs to cover, and it just looks flawless on the skin. It's just a beautiful foundation. Paired with the Pat McGrath concealer or just any concealer, it's just the perfect foundation. As I said, I used it today with the Pat McGrath concealer, and this combo, amazing. If you're looking for a good high-end foundation and you don't mind spending the coins, I feel like this one is a really good one to try out. The shade match, absolutely amazing. Like it is actually worth the coins. This one is very lightweight. So this is what this one looks like. As I said, very lightweight. Another perfect match. So if you're looking for a really good lightweight foundation, try this one out from Pat McGrath. It's just a beautiful foundation, honestly. The next one that I have is the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. When I tell you, if you don't have any complexion product from Fenty, this is the one that you need. I've tried all the complexion products from Fenty, and this one, I love them, but this one is everything. This one is a very lightweight skin tint, but at the same time it covers what it needs to cover. It literally blurs your skin. It looks like a filter on your skin, and it wears really well, and it literally feels like there is absolutely nothing on your skin. So if you are just getting into foundations or skin tints and you want something, definitely try this one from Fenty. It is very lightweight. When I say it feels like there's nothing on your skin, it literally feels like there's nothing on your skin. The shade is absolutely gorgeous. Like this is like my go-to foundation for like work and stuff like that. It is super easy, super quick to use. So let me show you guys what this one looks like. This is what this one looks like. I don't know if you guys can see like the undertones that I usually go for. I go for more of like a golden neutral undertone for my foundations. This is just beautiful on the skin. If you're looking for a really lightweight good skin tint to try out, or if you want to try skin tints for the very first time, I'd say try this one from Fenty Beauty. This was actually my very first skin tint. I wasn't a believer in skin tints until I tried this one from Fenty. I believe because it has a little bit more coverage than the regular or the average skin tint. It's just absolutely beautiful, and if I'm being honest, this is the best complexion product from Fenty Beauty. When you pair this with like the Fenty Beauty powder foundation for like everyday wear, chef's kiss. Absolutely perfect. All right, you guys, so the next foundation that I'm going to talk about is a repeat from my last top 10 foundation video, and it's only because this foundation is just that good. And this is the Nars Soft Matte Complete Full Coverage Foundation. This is amazing. Chances are, if you see me like nightlife during the summertime, this is what I'm wearing. This is just the perfect full coverage foundation. Most full coverage foundations are cakey on the skin. This one is not that. It is soft matte, full coverage, very lightweight on the skin. It wears beautifully on the skin, and even though it is full coverage, it doesn't look super cakey on the skin. It is a beautiful foundation, and when I tell you, this will wear for hours. This will wear for hours, and it looks beautiful in pictures. It is just the perfect soft matte full coverage kind of foundation. Absolutely amazing. If you're looking for a good full coverage foundation and you don't want something that is super matte on your skin, try this one out from Nars. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you guys. So this is what this one looks like. Very beautiful. I have this one in the shade Marquises. When it comes on to shades for Nars, it's a little bit confusing. I'm Marquises in this foundation, but in another one I'm Macao. Like, it's just a little bit confusing, but this one is literally the perfect match. It's a beautiful foundation. If you're looking for a good one, try this one out. The next foundation that I have is also coming from Nars. Like, honestly, you guys, Nars doesn't miss when it comes to a good foundation formula. It's just the shade that is a bit off sometimes, but this one is the new Nars light reflecting foundation. I have this one in the shade Macao. This is just a beautiful foundation. This one is more of a natural finish. This one covers what it needs to cover. It's not full coverage. If I should compare it to like the soft matte, I'd say the soft matte is more like your nightlife, nighttime kind of foundation, and then this one is more of your everyday wear kind of foundation. But at the same time, I feel like you can dress this foundation up or down. You can get a full glam, but y'all, this foundation is just beautiful. When I tell you, the formula for this foundation is absolutely amazing, and it wears really well. It does remind me of the Fenty skin tint. I've said this over and over, but I get that kind of vibe from it. Super blurring, super lightweight. It just does what it needs to do. It is a beautiful foundation. I feel like Nars honestly does not miss. If you're looking for a good foundation to try out, I highly recommend this one from Nars. Once again, I'm going to swatch this. So this is what this one looks like. I know you can see a pattern with the undertones of my foundations. This is just absolutely beautiful, and honestly, it deserves a spot in my top 10. It's just that good of a foundation. The next foundation that I have is coming from the drugstore. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation with up to 24 hours of wear. I know that they have a up to 48 hours foundation. That one is a little bit more mattifying than this one, so I went with the 24-hour because I didn't want something that is too drying on my skin. Whenever I'm using this foundation, I try to use a very hydrating base or pair it with hydrating products because I don't want my skin to be too dry. But this one is just like the Nars foundation in terms of, I love this for like nightlife. Like, this will wear through sweat, rain, everything. Like, this wears through literally everything and it won't budge. It is a very full coverage foundation. If you're looking for a more hydrating foundation from the drugstore, the L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation is a really good one. I mentioned that in my last video, so I didn't want to repeat that one, but that is a very nice hydrating drugstore foundation. But this one is absolutely amazing if you don't mind a mattifying foundation. As I said before, I pair it with more hydrating products just so that my face is not super dry. So I'm going to swatch this one and show you guys what it looks like. So this is what this one looks like. The shade match for this one is actually really good. I use this in the shade 355 Coconut. And I feel like when it comes on to shades for Maybelline, if you're 355 Coconut in one, your chances are you're 355 Coconut in all their foundations. So it's super easy to like find your shades for other foundations from Maybelline. But this one is just a really good one. I believe you guys actually put me on to this foundation, and it's actually really good. All right, you guys, so I'm almost finished. I have two more. The next one that I have is another skin tint. This is the new Rare Beauty Positive Light Skin Tint. You guys, I didn't expect to like this much. It is absolutely amazing. It is beautiful on the skin. This is another one that is more of a hydrating, glowy kind of product. For something that is this hydrating, it wears so well. This is just absolutely amazing. Now that I'm thinking about it, is it giving LYS kind of vibe? It is giving that kind of vibe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you like the LYS foundation, chances are you are going to like this one. I feel like the LYS, you'll probably get a little bit more coverage, but this just looks beautiful on the skin. If you love a good hydrating, glowy base, I feel like you'd really enjoy this one from Rare Beauty. And Rare Beauty is pretty good with these shades. I honestly didn't expect this shade to match, and it's actually a perfect match. So let me swatch it for you guys. So this is what this one looks like. This is another one of those products that you can apply with your fingers. I personally prefer going in with a brush, and it just looks beautiful on the skin. And the final foundation that I have for you guys is actually a powder foundation, or a cream to powder foundation. This one is coming from Fashion Fair. This is another one that you guys put me onto. This is in the shade Brown Sugar Babe. This is one that I use on my like grab and go kind of days. This is your car makeup kind of foundation. If you're in a rush and you need to grab a few products and apply your makeup in the car, this is just a really good one to grab. It covers what it needs to cover. It gives really good coverage. It is just beautiful on the skin. If I want to give another foundation a little bit more coverage, I can go in with this one. When I was like breaking out on my face, I'd go in with this to like cover up my scarring, and then I'll go in with like my McGrath foundation on top of it, and it looks beautiful on the skin. This is just a really nice cream to powder foundation. Very skin-like. If you're looking for a good lightweight kind of foundation that gets the job done, and the shade is actually really nice, definitely try this one out from Fashion Fair. Let me give you guys a quick swatch. So this is what this one looks like. Like, it literally disappeared into the back of my hand. Like, when I apply this to my face, it literally disappears into the skin, and it's very beautiful on the skin. As I said, very lightweight. If you want something that isn't going to complicate things, you can try this one out from Fashion Fair. I feel like this is a good one if you're just starting to get into foundations and you don't know where to start. This is a really good cream to powder, so it's easier to work with than just applying a powder to your skin, because it's cream, so it goes on like a cream, and then you blend it out, and then it dries down to a powdery finish. It's just absolutely beautiful. All right, you guys, so that is everything that I have. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you found something, whether you are dry skin, oily skin, or you're just looking for something and you don't know where to start. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comment section if you've tried any of the foundations that I mentioned and what you think about them, or just let me know your favorite foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.